How are you able to continue finding that offense against better defensive cards that come out?
I think it's the main thing I say every week to myself is if I can beat the competitive people, right? Because once somebody gets 3 losses, they're out. If I can beat the competitive people without getting 3 losses, that puts you in the best position possible. So oftentimes, I'm playing, a ton of games on the weekend, but my main goal is, beating those top guys because, then you have open up so many opportunities for so many other games.
How important is upgrading badges to improving these cards?
Upgrading badges to me all year long has been probably the thing I've prioritized the most. So at the beginning of the year is for grinding for Hall of Fame badges. Obviously, you've evolved to legend badges now. But yeah, all of my players have 40 legend badges, and it's something that I prioritize more than anything else. There's plenty of legend badges to be earned in the game right now, so try to prioritize those.
If you could have one perfect My Team card for Ty, what would that player be?
I was looking back at years, and a card that I could use right now is a really good small forward.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. And for the Kings, outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. And it's Westbrook in at the guard position. Here we are, Tim. A battle with 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA. What's the key tonight?
First team foul.
Well, I think any team that can put together a run is going to be in good shape because at that point, once you get a lead, you let your defense take over and maintain that cushion.
Here's DeRozan, and too long on the shot. Duren down low. DeRozan defending. Yes, that goes in.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Outside, Levine. Shoots the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Well, you've got 2 teams, one from each conference, trying to reach that upper echelon. Should be an interesting matchup.
Robinson passes to Thompson. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Westbrook. It's DeRozan with the drive. And DeRozan throws it down.
And he just slides to the hoop on his drive. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
And that one, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
The kick out to Westbrook. Uncovered. And that one hits back iron.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And stolen by Murray. DeRozan's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Johnson, the pass to Thompson. Shoots over DeRozan. The shot by Thompson, no good. Kings have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And, Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also become a great defensive team. So the combination of size and skill make Cunningham tough to defend.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of this one, and he makes the first. Hey, Greg, they... dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always high in Sacramento.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Detroit, they've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And right now for the Pistons, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
Well, they've certainly been a surprise this year. We knew they might be good, but no one thought this good.
Now DeRozan. His last outing, he had 18 points. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
A free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense. Hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role.
Robinson dishes to Johnson. Cunningham outside from downtown. Sabonis grabs the ball. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Kings. It's a 5-point game. The kick out to Sabonis. Misses off the left iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Back to Johnson. Stolen by Westbrook. Sabonis with the ball. Scoreless thus far. DeRozan finds Westbrook. Westbrook double team. He's looking for Levine and finds him. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. And it's Westbrook missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Thompson passes to Johnson. Now here's Durant. That's good, and it's Johnson with this. Johnson's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. And here we go, the Pistons fast break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Down low, here's Cunningham. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now, it's good. Durant's got 10.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. And do you figure, Tim, we're at that point in the season now where we can really evaluate who the top teams are?
Well, Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. There are a handful of teams we knew coming into the season would be at the top. But now, as you look, there are additional teams starting to open our eyes, and we're going to have to wait to see what happens with the trade deadline to see who can make a move to close that gap at the top.
And one of the beauties of an 82-game schedule, right? You have a long time to prove yourself.
No doubt.
Coming up next, the Wizards taking on the Grizzlies. For the Washington Wizards, the goal is to improve each time they take the floor, emphasizing communication and effort. Grizzlies, Wizards, coming up next, right after this. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And here's Memphis' starting group. They've got Ja Morant, Jalen Wells out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Edey, and it's Coward in...
Our annual 2K TV Awards are back and just around the corner. The awards show is on June 19th.
Can't wait. This is where we celebrate you, the community, and your accomplishments in NBA 2K26. There are 10 categories, and winners receive some pretty amazing rewards.
More to come on those rewards, but next week we'll be putting your 6 top place season winners up for a vote, and you will determine which 2 will be in the running for that category of Top Play of the Year.
So check out those categories, cross some people up, and go get those wins.
And we'll see you next week.
So here's Westbrook. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. Like what you've seen so far.
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Asar Thompson. Johnson is out there with Jalen Duren. Then it's Duncan Robinson.
And
it's Cunningham in at the 1 spot. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
here's Thompson. Nothing on the board. No good with the layup.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's DeRozan. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And the dunk by Purdy.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
First personal foul.
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him. And what you take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Pistons?
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast. Break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Sacramento. And then for Detroit, Tobias Harris is checked in for Thompson. Javonte Green comes in for Robinson. And it's Jenkins in for Cade Cunningham. On the clock. No coverage that time.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jenkins. 11 points last game. Here's Westbrook. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
The assist.
He has 5.
Westbrook.
You know, Westbrook has run these pick and rolls countless times. Fantastic pass right there.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Stewart checked in for Detroit. Holland comes in for Jenkins.
On the lineup for the Pistons. Isaiah Stewart. Holland.
Green against Levine. Pass to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jenkins the pass to Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here's Green outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The 2-time dunk champion, Zach Levine. And hammer it. Pistons leading by 8. On the court for the Pistons, The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Johnson in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, look, that's not even bad defense. But Cunningham needs very little space to knock it down.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape. He's strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Guys?
You got it, making the commitment. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Levine after the made shot from Johnson. Murray outside. Rebound, Detroit. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And slam dunk by Harris.
A solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside, and him.
DeRozan kicks to Levine. Rebound by the Pistons. Johnson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Thompson passes to Johnson. Harris outside. The three-pointer off the mark. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham. Slam.
Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Some tough offensive sense. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout called by the Kings. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And a lot of that was game plan. Putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offense.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Sabonis, good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Sabonis has got his second bucket.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pistons.
Robinson passes to Johnson. Misses from close range.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Dynamite in his legs, and DeRozan detonates at the rim.
Now, here is Robinson. Still yet to score. Duren down low. Lays it up off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 16.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now, here's Cunningham following the missed shot by Sabonis. Murray Murray against Duran. Murray kicks to Levine. Outside, Sabonis. On the wing, Murray sinks the triple.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
And no good that time.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here is Cunningham following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And it's sent back by Sabonis. Outside, Levine. Pass to Murray. Robinson against DeRozan. And the lead is down inside single digits. DeRozan's got 8 points.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
Steps back and drains the jump shot.
Getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for Sacramento. 11-point game.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Now here's Murray. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Thompson. Detroit making a switch. Reed's checked in. So is Detroit headed to the bench with a 7.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Kings 52, Detroit 59.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Jalen Duran really having a great game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
First team foul.
In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Russell Westbrook out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis, they're historic. But how would you surround him to make a deep run?
Well, I might try to pair him with another rim protector. Sabonis is a nice focal point offensively, but he's not a big-time shot blocker.
He's off on the second. And you talk about the best center in the league, Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin, the second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the back.
This is Harris putting his physicality to good use. Making sure he gets some contact inside and draws the whistle.
And Harris drops them both. Stan, over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Here's Levine following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Murray surveying the D. Over Harris. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Cunningham passes to Johnson. Harris against Murray. Harris, good.
Tobias Harris.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now, here's Sabonis. That one goes in. Sabonis has got 13 points.
That's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Cunningham passes to Johnson. Now here is Harris. Now here's Johnson. Defended by Sabonis. Pistons passing it around. Johnson dishes to Harris. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Johnson. Robinson on the wing. Over Levine. Robinson misses.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
Sacramento ball.
And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with a win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 14. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, guys, money in the last outing against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He came away with 34 points, and the story of the night, he put together the rare quadruple-double, and he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coach. Pre-game, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did. Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Westbrook kicks to Sabonis. Tries to save it, and so Sacramento again turning it over. Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. And you look at Johnson, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. To the middle. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Johnson kicks to Harris. Back to Johnson. Cunningham passes to Johnson. They could use a bucket. And Cunningham with the layup. Cunningham. He's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love that move by Cunningham to create the space for himself.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
When you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Deep two from Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. No good on that one.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Detroit leading by 5. Cunningham passes to Johnson. Fires the three. And they get it back. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got 9 points.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
To the inside, Sabonis, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Pistons shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And it's sent back by Sabonis.
Right place, right time for DeMontis. Denied.
And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And that gives him a triple-double. He's been doing it all, playing a fantastic all-around game and just filling up that stat sheet.
Now, here's Sabonis. 17 points in the game. LaVine wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Can't forget about LaVine from deep.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Kings in his team.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Kings.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Cunningham. First in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Great patience. Shown by Robinson, just allowing the play to develop.
There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by Sabonis. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Johnson with the assist. Harris has got 15 points.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this.
And stolen by Thompson. Robinson finds Johnson. Unloads from 13. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there, trying to stop Hunter.
2 shots. Third team.
Elbow. 2.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Look, he's a lengthy wing who can defend multiple positions and space the floor. Hunter has a lot of value in this league.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Tobias Harris. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Robinson.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Basket good.
Assisted
And it's an
by
11-point Piston lead.
Well, teammates appreciate that kind of hustle on the break. Good work by Cunningham getting up the floor.
Westbrook kicks to Sabonis. Here he goes. And he snaps it one-handed.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Johnson dishes to Cunningham. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
On the wing, Levine. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And guys, one of the emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Sacramento making a switch here. Achua's checked in. Here's Hunter. That's tipped, and he jams it with authority.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Cunningham passes to Johnson. Cunningham drives in, and it's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Second chance shot. Here's Holland. That one good for 2. Holland's got 7 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Good D by Johnson.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Holland, the pass to Johnson. Now Jenkins. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. The Kings trail by 13. And that's a foul called on Money.
Johnson.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Pass to Hunter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Knocks down the 3 ball. 12 points for him.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Kings forward, DeMar DeRozan, clearly bought into helping take this team to the next level. He said, quote, I appreciate the passion and the drive from the coaching staff, from the players to the fan base to everything, top to bottom. Guys want to win. Anything is possible. Back to you, Kevin.
They're plenty talented. All right, Allie, we thank Thank you very much.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
On the wing, Levine. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Achua. Yep, that one goes. Achua's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Cunningham. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Levine deciding where to go with it. No good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons. They led by as many as 18 points. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Out left to the wing. Westbrook finds Levine. Pass to Achua. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Sacramento making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart's checked in. Now here's Johnson. He's got 11. Pistons passing it around. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Nice pass by Stewart. One of those guys who will do anything to win.
Bean passes to Achua. Shoot from the right block. Kick out to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc. The shot comes out. Well, through 3/4 of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's Detroit. They lead by 13. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Robinson in at the 2-guard position. Now Robinson after Zach Levine missed from long range. And it's Johnson with the jam.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Levine. Sabonis, and that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Pistons leading by 13. And slam dunk by Johnson.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Got a piece of it.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got rashes on that. There shouldn't be much debate there.
The first one falls.
Thompson.
That one essentially goes 1 for 2. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Purdy.
Detroit ball.
Robinson passes to Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
Oh, you hear that sound? The flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Outside DeRozan. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Pistons now. The Kings trail by 18.
Well, Sabonis has been the hub of this offense and has been very effective scoring.
Cunningham finds Stewart. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. DeRozan against Robinson. There's Sabonis. Outside for Murray. Offensive rebound.
Sabonis showing some grit on the ground, putting his size and length to great use.
To the paint, here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Outside, Sabonis. Cunningham against Levine. 5 seconds to Sabonis. And he banks in the layup. Sabonis has got 25 points.
And guys, we see more of this every year. Sabonis looking for his own offense.
Johnson kicks to Cunningham. Over Sabonis. And it's set. Murray, the pass to Levine. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here.
Substituting on the court.
Outside, Sabonis. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 27 points for him.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Here's Cunningham, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Fourth personal
Not a
foul.
lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Cade Cunningham at the line.
The former #1 pick, Cunningham has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor.
And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting, but everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
Now Levine. Pass to DeRozan. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Thompson inside. The kick out to Cunningham. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Murray. Thompson with the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 13.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Levine inside the three-point line. A rebound by Johnson.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Thompson finds Johnson. Here's Harris. Rebound by the Kings. Pass to Levine. And hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track.
That's where Murray's most effective. Not just scoring, but creating as well.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Zach LaVine. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with his team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." Simple message, guys, but an important one.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. They get a hand on it.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now here's Westbrook. Clock at 4. Another shot. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Detroit ball.
Detroit leading by 11. Cunningham finds Johnson. Deep 2 from Robinson. Jump shot is good that time.
Robinson.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
To the paint. Out to Thompson. Back to Johnson. On the wing, Harris. Hand contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Yeah, we've seen Tobias do this for years.
At the line
figure out different ways to score it, including via the free throw line.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
And with his 6'6" frame, Cunningham is a nightmare
match. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Detroit, Cade Cunningham. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. And so Cunningham nails both of them. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 17. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. On the way, Harris. Johnson finds Cunningham. 11 feet away. That's good on the jump shot. Cunningham's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Hunter, a 3. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Thompson. Detroit leading by 17. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third personal foul.
That's good from Johnson. And the Kings making a change here. Levine's checked in.
Johnson at the line.
And both free throws good for Johnson. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Murray dishes to Levine. Takes the 3. Johnson with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Thompson. And again with the rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Here's Westbrook. Johnson with the block. That one falls. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 27.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Levine kicks to Westbrook. The 11-footer. It's it alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Thompson outside. Yep, it counts. And the Pistons lead by 19.
The speed makes Thompson such a threat with the ball in his hand.
Stolen. And he now has a 5-by-5.
Sacramento ball.
And here's Westbrook. Outside DeRozan. Launches it from deep. Here's Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harris.
And this young guy is a handful to deal with. Murray is so skilled at drawing fouls.
And he sinks the second. Pistons leading by 18. Cunningham passes to Johnson.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Team is in the penalty.
That's good from Cunningham.
Shooting
well, it's his heart and leadership
Cade
that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Now here's Levine. Johnson with the block, and he's able to get it back.
Pistons foul. Tobias Harris. Personal foul. Third team.
There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Cunningham passes to Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Cunningham pushes it to Johnson. To the middle. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Count that one. Cunningham's got 11 points in the quarter.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
It's hauled in by Harris.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Johnson.
Yeah, we witnessed a special performance tonight. It's not just the triple-double, it's the example he set out there. Outstanding leadership.
Pass to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Substituting on the court.
Clock at 2. Achua cans the shot from the wing. Here's Cunningham. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Johnson, the pass to Harris. Down low. That's another rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
They don't need to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. See you later.
On the floor for Detroit. That's what. And now, after shooting.
It's that. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Holland is out there with Asar Thompson. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Jaren Jackson is out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's George. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2. Well, we still have lots of time left in the season, Coach, but we've seen some breakout performances, haven't we?
We certainly have, and that's one of my favorite things to track, Kevin. Which players improved in the offseason, which guys have taken their game to the next level.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
5 to shoot. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time.
Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out. For Detroit, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Detroit ball. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Robinson passes to Johnson. Releases. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Johnson.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Mikhailuk, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. George hacks a two-pointer, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Thompson outside. Johnson kicks to Thompson. Pocket 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's Thompson again missing.
And this is what you like about his perimeter. Never gave up and challenged the defense.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Here's Cunningham following the three-pointer by Houston. And yes, it's good.
Well, Cunningham has such a great feel for the game. Reads his teammates' movements really well.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Got a piece of it, and taken away by Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And here is Johnson following the three from Jaren Jackson. And it's sent back by Kessler.
Something Kessler does so well. A towering 7-footer who takes pride in protecting the rim.
Goes back up, and the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Mikhailuk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Asar Thompson.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes both free throws.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons, trailing by 2. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Robinson. Mikhailuk passes to George. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's He's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll.
So a moment now to see the story for him. Pistons trail by 5. Here's Cunningham. Wow, way off on that. And it's Utah's ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Pass to Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin. And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
George passes to Mikhailu. Here's Kessler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here is Robinson, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, that's what you want from George. He's most effective when he's attacking the rim.
Pistons trail by 7. They could use a big... Wow, hammering it in!
Look out!
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. So it's Utah now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Kessler. Lays it up and banks it in. Kessler's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Cunningham passes to Johnson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. And a switcher also for Detroit. LeVert's checked in. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Jazz. Then for the Pistons, Tobias Harris is checked in for Azar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Cade Cunningham. Here's Jackson. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Pass to George. Here's Filipowski. Outside for Jackson. Now here is George. Ball's knocked loose. Here's LeVert. Johnson, the pass to LeVert. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to go on Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
Jalen Duren. He's checked in for the Pistons. Outside, George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Rebound, Detroit. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. LeVert inside the line. Jenkins the pass to Duren. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, what an aggressive move by Duran. Muscling that one.
Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. Here's Sensible. Johnson with the block. Harris outside. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Johnson kicks to Harris. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Now, here's Johnson. He's coming off a 31-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejection.
5 on the clock. Three-pointer, LeVert. And they'll get another chance. Back to Johnson. Duran the pass to Harris. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Utah timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
Stats for Johnson. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging about 31 points, and not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and a lot of that isn't coachable. He just has those defensive instincts that help him get ahead of shooters.
And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Johnson inside. LeVert in the corner. Baseline J on the way. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance bucket.
Pass to Filipowski. To the inside. Collier. That's good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. Pass to Filipowski. The shot's good. Now just a 2-point Piston lead.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time with a great bounce.
Assisted. Both teams ragging. Up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
George passes to Collier. To the left side wing. Sensible. Drains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And, well, Detroit shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. Here's Jenkins. 2 points. That one goes. And the Pistons lead by 3.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Collier. Johnson with the block.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Stolen. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Collier. That's good. Collier's got his second basket.
Yeah, what a pass right there by George. That's the kind of play that really helps improve team chemistry.
Here's Jenkins. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Drops in the tray. Jenkins got 5 now.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Pistons on top, leading by 6. From Delta Center, back in a moment. You've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Walker Kessler is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Collier. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, money in the last outing against the Kings was all business. He contributed 31 points in the story of the night. He put together the rare quadruple-double. Reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Poked loose. Shot clock at 6. Thompson passes to Johnson. Here's Holland. And the rejection by Jackson. To the right side. For 3. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Cunningham's shot is off. Jazz trail by 8. Down low. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 6 assists here tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Kessler throws it down.
Inexcusable defense. You can't let Kessler get established inside like this.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screen The defender guarding the screener has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Robinson, he's checked in for LeVert. Here's McKyler. That shot off. Cunningham with some nice D. Thompson finds Johnson. Robinson passes to Johnson. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
I just love to watch Cunningham orchestrate. At his size, that passing is elite.
Inside. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to just 6 points in the bucket from Markkanen.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Cunningham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Cunningham applies good pressure to the interior defense. And with his 6'6" height, Cade is a bigger guard type.
Utah has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier, covered by Cunningham. Here's Collier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That's foul number 2 for him. Stewart's checked in for Johnson.
Isaiah Stewart.
Detroit leading by 8. Pass to Robinson. And Thompson kicks to Robinson. Here's Holland. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 5. Cunningham. Got a hand on it. Substitution. The Pistons. Entirely new group now out there. 1:27 left in the first half of basketball. Jackson against Johnson. Jackson misses.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Pass to Filipowski. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Jazz trail by 12 to end the cold streak, and that's 2 points on the layup. Filipowski's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
Jenkins the pass to Johnson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Jenkins.
And the Pistons lead by 12.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Pass to Williams. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And Williams drops them both. And so, LeVert will bring it up for Detroit. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Jenkins the pass to Johnson. In the corner, it's Harris. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good, 2 points. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Another good play.
Amazing. Perfect timing there.
57.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so it's Detroit in control. Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. We've got Cade Cunningham. Johnson is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Howland. And it's Jenkins in at the 2-guard spot.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Harris finds Johnson. And it's sent back by Kessler.
And look, Kessler just has a nose for the ball. He is a certified shot blocker.
Jackson misses. Pistons leading by 6. Jenkins dishes to Johnson. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Good work there as it goes. Markkanen's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, he's got such a sweet shot, but at 7 feet, Markkanen can also hurt you down low. An all-around offensive talent.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Thompson comes in for Harris. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Jenkins. 3rd quarter here, over 1.5 minutes into it. Robinson for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Robinson's got 5 points so far.
Well, for his career, Duncan Robinson is about a 40% three-point shooter. So he's got a permanent green light.
Knocked away and taken away by Johnson. And he throws it down hard with 1 hand.
Excellent on both. of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for. To be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back over to you guys.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Johnson, the pass to Thompson. Here's Holland. Out to Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Now Johnson. He's covered by Kessler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Johnson.
Assisted.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Let's go to the sideline, and here's some news about Keontae George. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Jazz was able to update me on the situation. Looks like it's back spasms. They're using ice and some muscle release techniques. The team believes that he could play on it, and if they decide to be cautious, it would only require a short window for recovery. Sounds like relatively good news, guys.
Allie, thank you. Thank you for the update.
Well, look, injuries take a mental toll as well. These guys all want to be contributing to the best of their ability. It's tough to sit out and watch.
George is checked in for Collier. Detroit leading by 8. Cunningham kicks to Robinson. Here's Johnson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. In the corner, it's Kessler. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. Kessler's got 12 points in the game.
Easy to see why Kessler has so much success. The guy plays full bore every night.
The ball goes to Detroit.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's McKayler, guarded by Robinson. And that one is good. And 12 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Putting that size and the shooting ability to work. Markkanen loves putting up big numbers for his team.
Tipped away and taken away by Johnson. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Pass to Kessler. Count that one. Kessler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Jazz foul. Lauri Markkanen.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Jackson. Johnson against Kessler. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Out to Thompson. Back to Johnson. Cunningham outside. Kept alive. Johnson finds Robinson. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the patience of Cunningham. Working in the pick and roll always seems to get to his spot.
Pass to George. And George with this.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Kessler. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Kessler's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And the Jazz call time here.
And the lack of rim protection top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. Look at Johnson. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Well, no debate here. He's running away with it and looks poised for big things to come.
looking around. Here's Sensible. A rebound by Johnson.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender, right in your face on that shot.
Well, good footwork, good assertiveness, able to put a ton of pressure on the shooter.
George passes to Mikhailuk. Shoots over Levert. A nice shot by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Jazz trail by 12. Outside, George. Johnson with the block.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Here's Sensible. Yep, that one goes in. Sensabaugh's got 5.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Poked away. And here we go. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Here's Sensible. He's got 5. Outside for George. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Kessler with the bucket.
In this 12, 15, 18-foot area, that's just about the extent of Kessler's range.
Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got 13 points in just this quarter.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Levert the pass to Thompson. Bank shot, no good.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Plenty of daylight on that shot. George has got 13. Pistons leading by 8. Johnson attacking. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Pistons have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And the Jazz with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart comes in for Thompson. And it's Javonte Green in for Holland.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
They recover it.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And now Utah, fast break.
And during his rookie year, Keontae George started about half of his game. Running the point most of the time. That experience will pay off for him.
The Jazz have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
That's good from George.
An all-rookie selection in 2024. Keontae George is a player with tremendous potential. He's a long combo guard, and I think he's just starting a very long career.
The Pistons making a change here. Jenkins checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pistons leading by 8. Johnson kicks to LeVert. Back to Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
How about the recognition there from LeVert? The coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
To the paint. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Jenkins can't get it to go.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Pass to Filipowski. From 10 feet out, Johnson with the block. And here we go with Jenkins running it up the court. And Green slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now, Filipowski. Here's George. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go through it again, especially if the defense continues to concede.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. While you're out there with Keontae George, then it's Williams. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Pass to George. Shoots over LeVert. The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
From 10 feet out, and that one drops for it. LeVert's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Markkanen from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Markkanen's got 10 points here in the second half. Pass to Stewart. Johnson dishes to Jenkins. Back to Johnson. Pistons passing it around. Stewart passes to Johnson. Stewart kicks to Jenkins. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Markkanen. The shot, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
In the corner, it's Robinson. And that's out of... Kessler will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz.
At the line for your Jazz, Jaren Jackson Jr. One shot.
And that one falls for Jackson.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Official is on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
The former #1 pick, Cunningham has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor.
Nabbing another steal.
And he has been an
Oh my goodness! What a play!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. George passes to Markkanen. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Against George. Shot clock at 5, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer, Markkanen.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain the center. The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Kessler wide open. He fired. Buries the 20-footer. Kessler's got 25 points in the game. Here's Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Personal foul.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. To respect what this team can do when they're in your book.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr., Coach, brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
That free throw good from George. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pistons leading by 12. Johnson can't get it to go.
Aggressive move, but that was great D to prevent the easy bucket.
George passes to Jackson. Here's Mikhailuk. Back to Kessler. Pass to Mikhailuk. 5 on the clock. And here's George. Puts up a deep three. He can't get it to go. Outside Robinson. Inside. Stolen by Markkanen. An even 3-on-3 break. Outside George. And they recover it.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now, and it's a big reason that they're ahead.
Kings in the penalty.
First free throw is good.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Rob. Right side Jackson. Johnson with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. So it's Utah now. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Mikhailuk. 6 on the shot clock. George, no good. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Markkanen kicks to George. Pass to Kessler. Johnson with the block. And he gets it back.
And Kessler is a gigantic presence inside, which is why defenses sometimes elect to foul.
Kessler taking 2 shots.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Pistons leading by 12. Outside for Robinson. Here's Holland, guarded by Jackson. Up and in on the layup.
And then those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
He swipes the ball away again.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. And he's actually tied the record for the most steals in a game. Now George wants to get it to Kessler and goes.
Well, that's what Kessler brings to this offense. A constant problem.
Cunningham passes to Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And Johnson with the stuff.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Markkanen from outside. Utah the rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Well, where Kessler is elite is on the board. And he's an excellent rim protector. Those 2 things alone will earn you minutes.
Pistons leading by 12. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
4th personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Detroit. Johnson.
That free throw, no good.
Line for 2.
And the second free throw, good. For the Jazz, this one's not looking good. The glass to finish the layup. Kessler's got 33.
And Kessler is so smart down there. Focuses on taking high percentage shots within his range.
Johnson finds Cunningham.
Utah foul. Walker Kessler. 5th personal foul. 5th team
good
foul.
from Cunningham.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Outside, Markkanen shoots over Holland. And again, it's Utah. 1:12 left to play here in the fourth. Johnson, that's for 2. Out to Thompson. Johnson against Kessler. 5 to shoot. Thompson. Kessler with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Green comes in for Robinson, and it's Jenkins in for Cade Cunningham. He gets it in there. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Now here's Jenkins. Defended by Filipowski. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Team is in the penalty.
That one on
Shooting for
Filipowski.
Detroit. Jenkins. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jenkins. Both free throws good from Jenkins. Markkanen passes to Collier. Over Jenkins. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one went down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And we'll see you next time.
you.